and Tony Stark would definitely beat Black Widow.
You don't. Not every time.
Not
He could beat
okay,
her, but
not every time, because like I said, that would go down to scenario by scenario. But I think if they were to both be without any equipment, just raw fighting, I think that's the only scenario where she might pull ahead. If they were to put on their equipment and then Batman has his mind mixed with his money and his fighting ability on everything, like
his
every
money.
element.
Is he gonna write her a check? Like, what are you talking about? You need to read some more Avengers comics, and you need to read some Black Widow and Hawkeye comics.
You guys need to read some more Batman comics. Batman was out punching aliens and all that, like you guys are saying. He was doing all that harder.
Not on a regular basis, not as often as Natasha Romanoff is. And I would be willing to bet any amount of money that I have read more Batman comics than you.
I don't know about that. I read a lot of Batman comics.
I've worked in a comic book store for years.
Oh, you know what? You might have a point there. Let me take my money, save that, because that's a good point. If you worked in a comic book store, then you might have. But I used to go to the library and rent like tons of Spider-Man and Batman comics.
I used to get shit sent to me by DC. Like, I'm not just talking out of my ass. I'm like you.
Wait, I was gonna say, it doesn't sound like a real story, Shawn. This sounds like something that's just being made up on the spot.
Oh, I'm definitely serious. I used to have my little library card, go up there. They had the shelves in the tea
through the store, and I used to go up to the local comic vendor. He was the guy who had a shack set up right by the big oak tree, and I'd go up to his shack and I'd buy a few Spider-Man comics and a few Batman comics, and then I'd put them in my waterproof backpack, and I'd actually swim across the river with my new comics and head home, and then I would read them.
Yeah, a library is not gonna have the same catalog as a comic book store.
Right. I already gave you that, guy.
I would walk in the library and everybody in the library would say, "Good morning, Shawn."
Exactly. No, not that, but definitely did read a lot of Batman and Spider-Man comics.